The NFL playoffs are
Niffle!
here. Wild card weekend.
Wow.
The Niffle Whiff.
What did you just say?
Oh, Wick.
You
The
say
Niffle
nipple?
Wick. Niffle.
NFL.
Oh,
Wick. The wild card.
okay. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
First matchup. We've got Saturday games, we've got Sunday games, and then we have a Monday game. So 3 days of NFL
Electric.
playoffs. And we're going in order. We're releasing all of our picks for all these games individually. So stay locked in with us. If you're not already subscribed, drop a subscribe. Chargers and Texans. First game of the week. AFC 4-5 matchup. The road Chargers, the 5 seed, actually 2.5-point favorites going into Houston. Total's 42.5. Mario, I want to start with you on this one.
Bang.
Chargers looking pretty decent to end the year here. First year with Harbaugh. How do you think they fare in their playoff game?
Kick it off.
I love this matchup for the Chargers, actually. I think this is a Houston Texans team that, CJ Stroud, we've seen a little bit of like a sophomore slump for him this year. You
can say that.
They got Nico Collins back, which is good, but, one of their big acquisitions and Stephon Diggs obviously out for the season, so they won't have him. This is a Houston Texans team that's been a little bit bipolar. They've looked good against, the mid-level to bad teams, but anytime they play like a good team, they don't fare necessarily too well. I think the Chargers are one of those fringe good teams, and I think just their brand of football is not going to be compatible for this Texans team. So I think Chargers, I like them covering the spread easily here. I have them winning by a touchdown. I just think Harbaugh, the way he's transformed this team, not only just their toughness and physicality on offense and defense, but like he's just made the defensive unit just more cohesive. Like they're actually just looking like they're getting pressure, and it's not just like Joey Bosa or Derwin James or bust, but like they have like a lot of playmakers, and I don't know, they just look really organized and like a well-oiled unit. And then offensively, same thing can be said. Justin Herbert spreading the ball around everywhere. The emergence of Ladd McConkey.
Shout out Ladd McConkey.
No, I mean you can look at statistically, he's one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. He separates like no one else. He's always open. That's his security blanket. And I just think Herbert's a better quarterback. Chargers better team. Chargers.
Yeah, wide receiver 10 for receiving yards. Ryan, I want to go to you. How do you feel about the Texans in this spot? I know they had a rough end to the season, but they're still the home team.
Yeah, it was really weird for the Texans. They had a lot of injuries on offense, and I think that shook up how Stroud had to play and their coaching, especially with Mixon being in and out a lot late in the season. But again, I think it's when the team doesn't have to do anything during the regular season and kind of get coast, it kind of changes how you're playing certain games. Might hurt them in the playoffs. I don't think it will. I think Stroud's going to come out and show in a big game he's ready to show up. They kind of had the division on lock. There's no way they were going to lose it. These games that they were playing, they're obviously playing their hearts out, but with the injuries and everything, I just feel like it wasn't 100%.
That's a good point.
And I feel like coming into this game, it's going to be the CJ Stroud show, and Mixon's unbelievable. Nico's great. I just think this offense is going to click like perfectly. I love this upset here. I think Houston takes care of business at home.
It's weird how this is an upset, too.
No, that's why I love it.
Did the spread surprise anyone here? Because that actually,
That was actually exactly I
thought it would be like a pick 'em, to be
This
completely honest.
Texans team has been so off and on that it didn't really surprise me.
It didn't surprise anyone?
I just think the Chargers were fighting to be here, and every week that
2.5 just feels like significant.
Yeah.
Like for a road team in the playoffs.
I think Texans should be favored in this game. I think
I thought it should have been a pick 'em. That's what I was saying.
I think Texans will have an easy go of it. Chargers will show fight. They have a good coach team. They have a good defensively coached team. But it'll be. I think Texans will be in control the whole game, and I think this Joe Mixon people haven't seen in a while is just getting ready for this moment, getting healthy for this moment. And I think Mechie's look a little better now that they don't have Tank Dell, and I think just Nico explosive. I mean, these Charger DBs are going to get cooked, in my opinion. So we'll see.
Well, there you have it. So 2 different sides. Mike, break the tie right now.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty similar with Mario here. I really like this Texans team in general, especially in the regular season. I'm a big CJ Stroud fan, especially after last year. And then Joe Mixon kind of just proved to me throughout the entire regular season that he is actually very, very good in this on this team in this position that he's in. The reason why I have the Chargers in this game, and actually why the line didn't surprise me, is actually more of just an experience thing. I feel like Jim Harbaugh, he's been here, he's led a team to a Super Bowl. Justin Herbert, he has actual weapons on offense now with Ladd McConkey.
No experience on their entire team. Zero.
That's fair, but I mean Justin Herbert's just
no
like
experience all year.
I just feel like
Still
he's
got here.
a true vet who's been like in these high pressure situations. CJ Stroud, it's the term sophomore slump is a real thing for a real reason. I don't necessarily think he had a sophomore slump, but I think that is probably a reason as to why we saw this team be so off and on throughout the year. So yeah, in this high pressure situation, first round of the playoffs, I'm gonna trust the experience of the coaching staff, and I like the way, exactly what Mario said, how this Chargers defense has kind of developed over the past 18 weeks is impressive. So taking the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that. Give me the Chargers easy here on the road, -2.5. Look, coming to this game, winning their last 3 games, all by at least a touchdown or more. 2 of them were over 14-point wins. Texans are 1-2 in their last 3 with, the one that sticks on everyone's mind 2 weeks ago, the 31-2 game against Baltimore, where they didn't score an offensive point. They barely made it past midfield for most of the game. I'm taking the better, hotter team with the quarterback playing much, much better football. Like, the seasons these guys had aren't even comparable. Yeah. Herbert, 3,900 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He played 17. Both these quarterbacks played 17 games. Herbert pretty much had a flawless football season.
Yeah.
3 picks is insane for playing 17 games. Stroud, we all know the sophomore slump and everything, but 3,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Really not a great season. I know he had a lot of turnover at wide receiver, but overall, that wide receiving room is better than what the Chargers have.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest. Like, I know Ladd McConkey finished wide receiver 10. It's because Justin Herbert needs to throw the ball to someone, and Ladd's really good at getting open. But, I mean, the talent that he has, even just Nico Collins by himself, is better than the entire Chargers receiving room. So it's not like he was, like, without talent at some point in the season, whether it's Tank Dell at a time, Stephon Diggs at a time, Nico Collins at a time. I'm just taking the quarterback I feel more comfortable in. Nothing negative against the Texans, but like Mario said, I think it really comes down to the type of team they play. And what I've seen from the Texans against any semi-difficult team is just really, really rough. They're beating the Jags, they're beating the Cowboys, they're not beating the Lions, they're not beating the Chiefs, they're not beating the Ravens. I think the Chargers the way they ended the season is closer to that better group of teams. So I'm just taking the Chargers, but leaving you on an island here by yourself.
No, I love it. CJ Stroud on an island is my favorite thing to be. Happened last year, whooped up on, and it'll happen again.
Yeah, he has been clutch in his NFL career in big moments. So
I wouldn't be mad if CJ Stroud was super successful this game and kick the Chargers out. I just don't think it can happen.
Yeah, I don't care which team.
Also,
wins.
this game's they play the Chiefs next round.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Unless
Not
somebody
true.
go out.
Not true.
Yeah,
true at all. We're going to talk about the rest of the games. The winner of this game will not be playing the Chiefs. Let me tell you that right now.
In Tyler's world.
We're talking Steelers-Ravens next. But stay tuned with us. Stay locked in. Let us know what you think in the comments. This is a Saturday game, first NFL playoff game we get to see this season. Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, marquee matchup between 2 young quarterbacks.
Electric.
Let us know your thoughts.